Good evening and a very warm welcome to Television Tonga's news package for tonight. Making headlines, the sea search and rescue operation for the 47-year-old father that went missing on Monday called off today. Vegetable gardening is one of the factors that will help minimize deaths from non-communicable diseases (NCDs), and Tonga continues support to the National Rugby League team despite their loss to Scotland. These and more stories later on in this bulletin. I'm Fatai Whainga with your news for tonight. Her Majesty the Veteran of Tonga's Hospital Committee, Queen Nanasipau'o, will officiate as the guest of honour at a special dinner to mark the opening of the hospital week in Nuku'alofa this Friday, November 1st. This will be held at the Queen Charlotte College Hall. Linda Filiai reports.
Speaking to Television Tonga News, the chairman of the hospital's fundraising committee, Lord Vehala, says a fundraising will be conducted during the hospital week to help with the services provided to the public. This is an annual program put in place to highlight the hospital's roles towards the public. Her Majesty Queen Nanasipau'o is the patron of the hospital committee and will be the guest of honour at this special program to mark the opening of the hospital week this Friday. The Honourable Minister of Health, Lord Tui Awhitu, and staff of the Viola Hospital will attend the program. After the opening of the week-long program, a prayer services will be held on Sunday at Basilica Church. On the same afternoon, a choral night will be held at the Centenary Church in Nuku'alofa with the presence of Her Majesty Queen Nanasipau'o. On Monday to Friday next week, a radio program will be hosted to mark the week. The program will be wrapped up with a bazaar along the Taufa'ahau Road on Saturday. He also emphasized the importance of lending a helping hand to the fundraise drives. The fundraise is to collect money to assist the Ministry of Health's operation. It will also help hire any equipment needed at the hospital, but cannot be provided due to the ministry financial constraint. Lord Vehala adds the hospital's operation is currently on a satisfactory situation. He also emphasized the importance to consume healthy diet in order to promote healthy lifestyle. For Television Tonga News, I'm Linda Filiai.
The sea search and rescue operation for the 47-year-old father from Papua that went missing at the Hofa'alupe Sea Cliff on Monday ends today. Kalistu Yanuka was there and filed this report.
The operation was called off after discussions were made between Tonga Police and the Tonga Defence Services. Tonga Police confirmed this to Radio and Television Tonga. Information says that the cancellation of the work was decided due to the risky of the area, but assumed believed to be where the missing person went missing at. Not only that, but the only diving expert in Tonga are Commander Sioneu Lakai and another officer from the Navy base of Tonga Defence. Unfortunately, they are out of the country serving at the peacekeeping mission in Afghanistan. Meanwhile, Tonga Police is still searching the coastal area for any new sign of the person. The missing father is Tevita Fifita of Papua. He went missing while fishing with Paseka Toki on Monday around 7 in the evening. The search started on Monday night until yesterday morning. However, two divers that have been to the area says it is too risky and rough even when it's low tide. Despite the sea search has been called off, the family of Tevita Fifita continues their search. The wife, relatives and friends were also at Hofa'alupe, hoping of a better outcome of their effort made to find Mr. Fifita. Meanwhile, the Tonga Police continue searching along the land and coastal areas.
Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe received the Lord Prime Minister in Tokyo and other heads of delegation, underscoring the continued deepening of relations between Japan and the Pacific. Lord Divano was in Tokyo to attend the BAM's second ministerial meeting. He also met with the Japanese Foreign Minister, Mr. Fumio Kishida, who noted the close ties between the royal family of Tonga and the imperial family of Japan. Sinlatu tells you more.
Discussions between the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister included the reciprocating establishment of the Embassy of Japan in Nuku'alofa and the Embassy of the Kingdom of Tonga in Tokyo, which further strengthened this diplomatic relation. The Lord Prime Minister also congratulated the Foreign Minister Kishida on the election of Tokyo as the host city of the 32nd Olympic Games and 16th Paralympic Games in 2020. Furthermore, His Lordship conveyed the appreciation of His Majesty's government to all Japan aid projects that have assisted the people of Tonga, recognizing the mutual and continued support from both respective governments. At the opening session of MM2, the Lord Prime Minister thanked the leaders for this opportunity for Tonga. His Lordship emphasized that it is critical for leaders to act together in this partnership with Japan to ensure that they actively seek solutions that simplify the process, recognizing the capacity constraints in most islands. The PALM ministerial meeting also held discussions on tourism and the organization of a Pacific Islands Tourism Ministers meeting in Japan in 2014. Ministers reiterated their intention to tackle common concerns in the region for enhancing peace and stability, upholding values of democracy, human rights, as well as working together to ensure maritime security and safety and sustainable fisheries management. Accompanying the Prime Minister to the meeting was the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Va'ingatone, Acting Secretary and Secretary to Cabinet, Aholo Tupalu, and Dr. Sionela Tu. His Lordship and Tonga's delegates will arrive Tonga this afternoon.
The closing date for Parliament is yet to be confirmed after the Speaker of the House, Lord Fafanua, last week told the parliamentarians that a date is yet to be confirmed. Meanwhile, the Office of the Speaker of Parliament told Radio and Television Tonga News this morning that the specific date for the closing of Parliament is adjourned until noticed. Contact were made to the Chief Clerk of the House, Gloria Poleo, this morning, but she was not available to make any comment. Vegetable gardening is one factor that will help minimize deaths from non-communicable diseases, NCDs. This is according to the leader of the Papua Women's Development Group during a one-day inspection carried out by the New Zealand Rotary Club, William Martin, to follow up its aid program in the village. Sinlatu tells you more.
New Zealand's Rotary Club's first visit was paid to the government primary school of Papua. This is to inspect their vegetable garden project, an aid funded by the New Zealand Rotary Club. The club's leader, Willard Martin, told Radio and Television Tonga News this is important, especially with the attempt to teach students on the importance of adopting healthier lifestyle.
The difficulty with society today is it's got very easy to buy cheap food and from the supermarket and not to grow the things that our parents and our parents, same in New Zealand, always used to grow. And the community does need to go back to looking at getting sustainable food out of their own land wherever possible. Of course, it's better for them and it's cheaper.
Taking part at the inspection was the president of the Nuku'alofa Rotary Club, Neil Chenkin, saying this program has been a success.
And it's an absolute tribute to the children of the GPS primary school, and I thank them so much for what they've done. And I hope they continue to, and we will continue to give them all the support we can.
Meanwhile, Luisa Latu told Radio and Television Tonga News that such project will boost the healthy lifestyle of the community. One of the important factors highlighted in this program is highlighting the importance of one's health. I therefore wish to encourage public to grow vegetables. She added the challenges that they face while conducting the project is the disturbance from the animal that are not well taken care of. Meantime, the Deputy Director of the Tonga Community Development Trust, Papiloa Foliaki, showed her support, hoping that vegetable gardening will become a habit for the public. This program is part of our move towards eradicating extreme poverty and to also help the pupils live a healthier lifestyle. The program is funded by the New Zealand Rotary through the Nuku'alofa Rotary Club. For Television Tonga News, I'm Sinilatu.
The residents of Vava'u are in full swing with preparations to the upcoming Vava'u Week to be commemorated on the month of December. This is part of the Ministry of Commerce, Tourism and Labour's initiative to promote tourism, trade and producing of locally made products. Our correspondent in the island, Taviko Tapoluelo, says that the people in the island are anticipating the upcoming event. Setefano Fifita of the ministry is currently in the island to help out the preparation. Tonga is still supporting its national rugby league team, Matema Tonga, literally meaning die for Tonga, despite their loss to Scotland in its first game in the Rugby League World Cup 2013. The game was broadcast live on Radio and Television Tonga this morning. After the great match this morning, Television Tonga news reporter Sin Latu took out to the Nuku'alofa area and witnessed the support from the Tongan fans.
Although the Matema Tonga team lost to Scotland with a score of 26-24, but this did not stop the rugby league fans in Nuku'alofa from showing their support. Speaking to Radio and Television Tonga News, fans in Nuku'alofa says this was a great entertaining match played by Tonga. The game Tonga played today was a fantastic one. Despite the confusion with the referee, we can still manage to believe that we won the game with Scotland. Today's game should be in Tonga's favour. I don't know what the referee was thinking because Tonga had 3 tries, but he didn't award it. Today is a day for celebration and we know that this should be Tonga's game. The way I see it, this is a great game. Although we lost, but I think we still won. According to what I heard on the radio, I think the referee cheated. I felt that there was racism, but then again, we think otherwise. I believe that we should have won. Tonga should have won the game. However, we're glad that the boys went into the field and did their best. There still is a chance for Tonga to win this year's World Cup. Meanwhile, the fans still have high hopes of the next 2 games Tonga will play. I think the support will not end here. There are still 2 more games. Although we lost this first time, but our support is still going out for the team. I'm urging Tongans never to stop here. Let's support the boys. Don't let this first game take the spirit of sportsmanship. I fully support the team. The next 2 games will be in Tonga's favour. We should not stop our support now. Let's continue to support the team. When I listened to the second half of the game, I felt for the boys because they played their hearts out for us after they saw how we in Tonga welcomed them before they left for the Rugby League World Cup. I saw that they did their very best. My love goes out to the team, although the weather is cold, but good luck to the boys. This is how Tonga show their support despite their loss to Scotland. For Television Tonga News, I'm Sini Latu.
And that's the local news. Pacific is up next.